So there's been many accounts of people talking about Hurricane Helene and how it has personally affected them or people that they know. Okay. And people are trying to spread the word, bring awareness to said situation that's going on and people's personal incidences that they've had. Okay. With whether it be FEMA, the fire station, whatever the case may be, and just overall information, right? Why is it that TikTok is now suspending and or banning people for sharing said information? Because they're saying it's disinformation or misinformation, which I noticed during the Roro, anything that they didn't agree with was misinformation, even though it was true. Okay, because it was literally proven to be true by the masses later on. So I actually have a video that I do want to show and we will get into it. But first, let me just show you where it came from. This is Into Thin Air, the account, and it says alert TikTok banning and deleting accounts that post about North Carolina and lithium. Okay, they are censoring vital information and deleting accounts, so the main source of the information comes from the mainstream media, MSNBC, CNN, Fox, CBS, ABC, etc., which is mostly lies. Immediately blocked within an hour and given a strike, so no warning, monetization, straight to ban and strike from me. They're clearly trying to hide information about Helene and its natural flood that took place. Okay, so we're actually just going to go ahead and play this video. And first off, YouTube, I just want you to know I'm just sharing. I personally believe that Hurricane Helene was caused by anything other than just being a natural occurrence, Mrs. or Mr. YouTube. Okay, so let's just go ahead and play this video.
All right, my friends, no time to waste here. Did you know that the United States has multiple patents on how to steer and control hurricanes and tornadoes? Yes, this is very real and it's backed by sources, as well as our own NOAA website, which discusses weather manipulation and what steps you or I would have to take in order to do our own weather manipulation. My friends, this is no joke. Many people believe that weather manipulation was used for Hurricane Helene, then somehow coincidentally stalled over the rare lithium-producing towns of Western North Carolina, which is the exact location of the largest lithium deposit we have in the United States. Now, something to keep in mind while moving forward, ever since we left Afghanistan, we have lost the ability to mine lithium there, where most of it used to come from. Now we are stuck having to fill this insane demand we have for this lithium right here in the United States. Once again, the largest deposit being right over the towns that just got completely destroyed by this hurricane. Alright, so before I tie this all up with this lithium situation, this video you're looking at right now went super viral over the last few days. We have over 3 million views on this clip here, where we are talking about these weird anomalies that were taking place right before landfall of Hurricane Helene. There's a lot of controversy about what's going on here, but these things pointed directly to where we saw landfall. Not only that, but we saw some weird scalar-looking beams in there, a lot of weird stuff that we were breaking down, and it's causing a lot of talk about this situation, which is the point here. We've already established that weather manipulation exists, but I want you to take a look at this website from 2007, my friends. That's 17 years ago. And it came out from the Telegraph. It says, "Scientists a step closer to steering hurricanes." Now, in this article, they explain how they are using technology in order to control, manipulate, and steer these types of storms, including tornadoes. So when you take things like this, and you also add these patents that have been out for decades, you begin to see a picture being painted of what is really going on. Now, this isn't to say that every bit of weather is manipulated and controlled. It means that they have the capability of doing this, and it's right in your face. Now, I can't say for sure that Hurricane Helene was controlled by this type of technology, but it certainly looked like it was, and it certainly did epic, record-breaking damage that we have not seen in any of our lifetimes. So this will come down to you making your own conclusions and taking the data and making your own educated decisions on what you're seeing. We are in a place in history where it's almost impossible to be able to trust our own media or government, and I don't need to go over explanations on why that is. So now that we have all these steps in place, think about the situation as a whole. This wild hurricane comes barreling towards Florida, and we suspected that once this thing got close to land, it would rapidly intensify, and that's exactly what it did. And in my opinion, the reason that happened is because once it got close enough to our NEXRAD radar towers, it was then able to be influenced, as I've shown in many videos. tornadoes. All right, now finally, I just want to conclude with this. 1 year ago, almost to the day, as you can see in this article, North Carolina lithium mine to reopen with $90 million Pentagon order to help increase U.S. production. My friends, if this is not screaming to you right now, I don't know what else can. Just take a look at how much lithium we've used year to year up to 2024, and then once again ask yourself, what are the chances that this flood takes place in the biggest spot in the United States that we can even mine this stuff? My friends, the information's there, it's been there, and if you don't go check it out now, it might not be there forever. I appreciate you all. I'm praying for every single person affected by this storm. What we are seeing out there is absolute tragedy, and it seriously makes my heart break. All right, everyone, until the next video, I will talk to you all very soon. Take care. Bye-bye.
With that being said, in that video, you were saying it is that this was not a natural occurrence, because they do this thing called seeding, where essentially that's how you start manipulating the temperatures. That's how you start manipulating overall the impact of the weather. Okay, that's in layman's terms, that's really what it is. Okay, where you get to change something that would be naturally occurring and make it unnatural. Okay, so that's what this, some people are saying that it is. Okay, and they have the whole thing about the lithium deposits as well, and how this is one of the biggest ones, if not the biggest one in America, and it just so happened to get in that same spot. I do notice similarities with the Hawaii Maui fires as well, even though there's no lithium over there. Right after it happened, like literally a day after, there were reports of people saying, yeah, BlackRock and all these other investors, they're trying to buy up the area and offer. They're like, oh, well, I mean, I'm not going to go and offer you 100 grand, for example. I'm not going to offer you 100 grand. I mean, I'll give you like 5 grand. I mean, there's nothing here. Because they want to go and build property and do all this other stuff. And now they just so conveniently had a nice, clear, blank space. There's no houses on it. I mean, you going to take the money or are you not going to take the money? Now you may say, well, Alex, no one said that that was an arson or anything like that that happened. So what are you talking about? Well, one of the biggest factors of it is the fact that people were reporting, because I was one, I'm like, you're in Hawaii, there's a fire. None of y'all thought to pull out a hose or something? And y'all all at y'all crib? They turned their water off. If you have no water, you can't stop a fire. Okay? So that's also something that was interesting. The siren that's supposed to go off, it didn't go off in a reasonable amount of time to even let people know, hey, we're in an emergency. Nothing. So you have all these little data points that are here. I want to actually go and look at some of the comments down below. So this is actually the person who put the video up. And it says appeal received. This is for TikTok. And it says, we'll send you a notification as soon as we have an update. So his title for his video, for this video that we saw, was Asheville, North Carolina sits near the largest lithium deposit in America in the US, with the hashtags that are appropriate to it as well. Violation issues, violation reasons. This is from TikTok, and it says misinformation in the global community is natural for people to have different opinions, but we seek to operate on a shared set of facts and reality. We do not allow inaccurate, misleading, or false content. But misinformation or disinformation means what? You could go and say anything. Well, I don't even want to bring that up because they're going to say, oh, misinformation, whatever. But you could go and say, hey, I don't like this person's shoes, and let's say they're of a specific religion, if you get my gist. And then they'll go and say, this is anti-whatever, misinformation, and boom. Now you're flagged over an opinion, but this is factual. I mean, we're seeing what's going on. You know what I mean? We're actually seeing what's happening. We read the article. I mean, you put two and two together, but they don't want you to put two and two together. And if you do, then they go and say that, oh, well, this is disinformation. Someone said, didn't we see a plane fly through the hurricane, or at least really close to it? My guess is that they were seeding it. They seed it with electrically conductive particles, which charge the clouds, and then that allows the next radar towers to manipulate the storm with frequency transmissions and all sorts of stuff that can act as a deterrent, or it can attract the storm. If you then use all the next ray towers in the area together, you can control exactly where said storm goes. So, this is all that I want to share for this video. Let me know what you think about said story down below. Hello, hello, hello. I would greatly appreciate it if you can actually support my little small business called Latrice Limited. It is on latricelimited.com. So as you can see right here, I actually sell candles and a wide variety of other items as well. This is my big forehead, okay? But I actually want to show you just a couple of different items that I do sell. This is actually going to be a part of my soap collection that I have. As you can see, I have a variety of different soaps on here. I actually have 2 pages worth of soaps, and everything is handmade, okay, natural, clean ingredients as well. You can also see right here, these are my candles, all right, they're all handmade, everything vanilla, sweet roses, sage and vanilla and sweet roses are actually my favorite scents that I do have. I also have a few other items on here. I'm actually going to go and show you all the bath bombs that I do have. As you all can see, there's eucalyptus and sage, sweet pea harmony, and so many more. And then we're just going to finish off on the gift sets that I have. There's a variety of them, from like the big ones like this for $45, and then you have some of the smaller ones, and you have these itty bitty ones down here that includes essential oil blends. Definitely shop with your girl. Definitely help your girl out. I would greatly appreciate it. This is like my little baby over here, okay? I would greatly appreciate it, and enjoy.